I teach English to students from non-English speaking backgrounds. My students have varying levels of literacy, some of whom are absolute beginners. Given the vast range of my students' language abilities and prior knowledge, the curriculum mainly focuses on skill development and not so much on the content. After trying several tools and strategies such as word games, language games, role plays, and many other interactive ways to make learning meaningful for my students, I found flipped learning highly effective. Flipped learning to me is when students use the physical space of the classroom for collaborative activities and deeper learning, while initial learning takes place in their own time, at their own pace by watching videos, doing research, and completing online tasks. I've been experimenting on and off with flipped learning since 2016. At first, I thought the flipping of learning was not going to be straightforward, and I may have to make some significant changes in my practice. My perception of my role as the sage on the stage was at stake. Flipped learning demanded that I assume the role of a meddler in the middle. Ultimately, transitioning to flipped learning wasn't all that difficult, given that our school has provided all the infrastructure, including a recording room, a light board, and a dedicated videographer, Tim Haynes. In addition to this, some of my colleagues who are already implementing it are happy to share their experience. Sometimes I adopt an in-flip version. Watching a video as an opening activity makes my students feel energized. Great tools like Edpuzzle, Kahoot, Padlet, and Socrative make everything efficient and fun, and at the same time they track students' performance, which gives me a fair idea of their needs and abilities as soon as they finish the activities. This definitely frees up time in the classroom, and the students who struggle with the answers can be identified and given additional help. Others who complete the activities satisfactorily are given extra worksheets and quizzes. Sometimes hands-on activities like cut-up sentences, dominoes, and spelling runs keep students focused and engaged. These activities have been around for some time, but now they can be carried out easily because there's more time. On other occasions, the lesson itself is transferred to their individual space with a video. It makes teaching and learning in the classroom more productive, relevant, and meaningful for my students. I say productive because I save time and effort by reusing my lessons, and technology helps me track assignments of my students as well as evaluate their progress. For my students, it's easy as they can access the recorded videos online anytime and anywhere. For them, it's like having a teacher on demand. They can play and replay the videos as many times as they like. The answers to my prompts or questions are in the privacy of their own device. This makes even the most reticent learner willing to answer. There's no peer pressure or fear of being judged. And the most exciting, though a slightly alarming effect, is that my classroom lectures are quickly becoming redundant, thanks to self-learning, that too at a very personal pace. Initially, I converted my text-based presentations to vocabulary and grammar into videos using Explain Everything and Office Mix. After that, gathering a bit of courage and also to add a personal touch, I videoed myself on the iPad camera. Video making becomes easy, especially if you have tools like Camtasia and Adobe Premiere Pro in your school. After trying different ways to make videos, I find lightboards very convenient and a useful tool for enhancing learning. I use lightboards to explain grammar concepts or any other topics that we need to discuss in class. Lightboards are good because they can capture your expressions, and that is a great help for my ESL students. I feel using a visual makes an instant connection between the teacher and the students. Getting students from a teacher-directed learning mode to a stage where they own their learning can be challenging both for the teacher as well as the student. Initially, I sent videos home, and this resulted in many students not understanding the requirements of the task. That forced me to give them time in class to watch videos again and do the activities in class hours. The challenges also included camera out of focus, poor audio, stumbling over my words, and overconfidence that I can do without a script. I was mentioning dates and greetings, which was another mistake, as it prevented me from reusing some of my videos. However, time is an excellent teacher, so I don't repeat old mistakes, though sometimes do make new ones. I have seen a significant boost in the confidence of my students. They know the content, maybe not entirely, but are more responsive in the class. It is very pleasing to see students attempting to interact with each other. Flip learning has created a sense of accountability for my students and me. It is a win-win situation. I can customize my classes, and that is how differential or differential learning comes handy. It is flexible with various instructions, and students love it. What else would you look for? As for me, I am satisfied. It has been indeed a transformational experience for me. Flip learning is not an end in itself. Rather, it is a tool that helps a teacher to find out what students need and focus attention on providing the specific guidance they require. It is an effective way to counter the one-size-fits-all model in the traditional classroom. My journey is on to learn more and more. As they say, life ends when you stop learning. And I think I'm still alive. Thank you.